Hello everyone, I'm with Gary Guacamole Carlson. He has a website called Check Your Soul.
I Check Your Soul.
iCheckYourSoul.com. And Gary has warned me that there's a brown dwarf star coming to destroy some of the world in 2016. So Gary Guac, my old friend, tell me what is going to happen, when is it going to happen, and what kind of effect will it have on the human race?
Okay, there's a brown dwarf star that has 7 planets around it, and it's coming from below the plane of the solar system, and it's going to come up and get closer to the sun than the Earth is, and the Earth is going to be on the same side of the sun as the brown dwarf.
And this is bad.
And that's bad because the gravitational effects from the brown dwarf on the Earth will cause a lot of natural disasters. It'll supposedly lift the water out of all the oceans and flood a lot of coastal land.
Gary, do you expect there will be a lot of deaths because of this?
Yeah.
Okay, and in your opinion...
10% to 80% of the people on Earth are going to die.
So does that mean that 100% of Californians are going to die?
No.
Okay, well what about 100% of Los Angelinos? Are they going...
Likely, if they don't leave the area, they'll die.
Okay, so anyone who leaves behind, who doesn't
There's a good
believe...
chance that all of Los Angeles will be underwater.
Now, in some ways, this is kind of like a Noah's Ark forecast. Is this a Noah's Ark situation?
No, just go to inland, higher elevations, and you're going to be okay.
Right, but I mean, is this going to be a situation where one man is going to be telling the public something of serious consequences, and some people won't believe, and some people will die because they didn't have faith?
Most people won't believe or won't care until the time gets close and the facts become more obvious.
Okay, so that would be a reasonable analog to the story of Noah of the Ark. Would you agree with that, Noah?
I guess.
Okay.
Everybody thought it was bullshit until the ground started flooding,
Exactly.
and then they wanted to get in the ark and there was no room left.
Right, okay, so hopefully nothing like that happens. Hopefully people...
That figures to happen.
It figures to happen, but hopefully...
People might try to leave the state and the government will block you from leaving.
But you would like to warn people that, you know, there's advanced knowledge and that they could possibly protect their own lives by just making a simple move.
Right. You should move to an inland city right away and seek a place to stay and work there. And instead of waiting when all kinds of people go at once and
what preparations have you made?
No job to get.
What preparations have you made for a situation like this?
Well, important thing you need is at least 3 months of food, water, and supplies.
And you have that?
Yes. And if you're in a coastal area, you should have 15 gallons of gas for your vehicle, because if the power goes out, you won't be able to get gas to leave.
And you need water, probably, like bottles and bottles of fresh water.
A liter of water per person per day.
Wow, that's a lot of water.
Right.
And do you think someone would need to be armed? Do you think there could be some kind of
Depends
lawlessness?
On where you go. If you go to an area where there's all kinds of people and there's no food and water, the likely place that could be is Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. What's wrong with Lake Mead's water supply? Why
it's too far away. And if the power goes out, they won't be able to get it to Las Vegas.
So why won't people go to Lake Mead to be near the water source?
Maybe they will.
Right. I mean, we're talking about a
Is there
situation.
any food there?
Well, there are a small amount of fish in there.
Yeah. Let's go to Lake Mead and have a water filter.
But I mean, are you saying that there's going to be no food injected into the community because...
No,
because
shipping will be shut
down. It'll be like anarchy.
And food growing areas might get flooded.
Will it be like a post-apocalyptic anarchy situation?
Likely.
And so what about like gold coins and stuff of that nature? What value will that have in this society?
If they crash the dollar or there's high inflation or people just won't accept the dollar anymore, which is a chance of happening, having silver coins will be advantageous to buy
So you should
food and
have.
things.
Should you have silver coins of many different sizes, like weights,
I
and
guess.
that way you could have like as close
Maybe
as
have
possible.
some. Maybe have some in that area.
And maybe instead of making a transaction where you pay maybe like 2 gold coins, instead you make a trade for like maybe a wrench for maybe like a.
But it's called barter. Yeah, you can do that.
That would be like the type of situation.
You could have a lot of toilet paper and trade some of it for food.
Right. So toilet
Something
paper.
like that.
So for some reason you had a gun and you were able to have a warehouse full of toilet paper. If you could protect the toilet paper,
And trade it for everything.
You
need.
could possibly have a good sort of tender to deal with.
A good survival mode. Yeah, trade toilet paper for the things you need.
Okay, thanks, Gary. I'm going to say goodbye on this note. It's a 6-minute video. Would you like anything else to say at the end?
Bust the move and get out of the coastal areas.
And I would like to say good luck to everyone, and hopefully Gary's wrong. Just because for the sake of humanity, right, Gary? Wouldn't you be like to be
I
wrong?
hope I'm wrong.
Exactly.
Because nobody will die.
Exactly. And good night, and thank you very much.